If you had an army of machine gun toting ninjas, in what way would you utilize their services? I would have them rob banks and shit for me. I would give them explicit orders not to kill anybody, but I would have them rob banks, and then I would take the proceeds. Because I have no problem stealing money from banks. I don't know why, morally I don't have a problem with that, but yeah, I would put them to work stealing shit. After you're done raping someone, do you ever feel that little ping of guilt? Wow. Are you regretting this yet? Absolutely. I was regretting doing this before I even made the video, and I'm definitely regretting it now. Let's see here. Proud of my ape heritage. I had to read this guy's name because that's a great fucking name. That's like the most awesome name on YouTube. Let's see. What is your favorite theist argument for entertainment value? Oh, man, I love young Earth creationists. I love listening to young Earth creationists talk about dinosaurs and man living together and trying to justify their belief that the Earth is 6,000 years old and the Grand Canyon was caused by the Great Flood. I love it. Young Earth creationism is my favorite theist argument for pure entertainment value. What would it take for you to believe in God? You've seen Bruce Almighty, I'm assuming, something like that. God would have to appear to me and prove to me beyond a shadow of a doubt that he exists, that I'm not hallucinating, that I'm not having a mental breakdown, but that he actually does exist. And I'm sure that if God did exist, he would know how to do that. And I would have no problem believing in God after that. I'm not a stubborn bastard. If God proved himself to me, showed up and, put me in a bubble and took me to the outer reaches of the universe and allowed me to, cause my dog to stand up on the toilet and piss into the toilet, I would totally fucking believe in him. Should the Bible have an age rating? It's full of violence. No. I don't think... I hate ratings in general. I think that ratings are just fucking ridiculous. I think that they especially when it comes to movies, that they amount to censorship. If your movie is rated R, you have a harder time getting sponsors for it. You have a harder time advertising it. If your movie somehow has one too many fucks in it, they rate it X, and then you're screwed. Then theaters won't carry it. I hate rating systems. I think it's a parent's job to keep a kid from reading or watching or playing video games that are exceptionally violent that you don't think a child can handle. I don't think we need the government to tell us about that. Specifically the Bible, I was raised, when I was little, I was a Christian kid, and the stuff I read in the Bible was like Noah's Ark and blah, 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 blah. In fact, I don't even remember reading the Bible when I was a kid. So no, I think it would be pointless to slap a warning sticker on it, although I probably wouldn't want my 3-year-old, reading the book of Numbers. Yeah. Let's see. What's your theory on why the Fifth Watcher is so stupid? Do you think he's drunk or high when he makes his videos? He really sounds like what a stoner might come up with if a stoner tried to come up with a logical argument for bullshit theology. I don't think that the Fifth Watcher is stupid. I actually kind of like the guy, despite the fact that I think he's horribly misguided and has a fundamental misunderstanding of some very basic things that he talks about on an almost daily basis on his channel. I still like the guy. I think he's pretty smart. I think he's intelligent, so I don't think he's stupid. I do think, however, that he's drunk in a lot of his videos. He comes off to me as the type of guy that just gets shit-faced and makes a video. In fact, I think he's talked about it before. So there you go. Let's see. What's your girlfriend's name? What color is her hair? Where does she work? Is she really just going out with you to get close to your best friend? I can answer 2 of those. What color is her hair? She's a brunette. Is she really just going out with you to get close to your best friend? I somehow doubt it. My best friend is a douche. I doubt she would be attracted to him. But if she is, more power to her. She's had me fooled. Already answered that one. If you could shoot one person or group of people into space, never to return, who would it be and why? Gilbert Godfrey, because he drives me insane. I would put him in a space capsule and just fire him to the end of the universe. And it would be fun to listen to him streak across the sky screaming like that. I know I wouldn't be able to hear him, but it is what it is. Just assume for 1 second that God exists. Do you think he will forgive you your sins or judge you differently just because you didn't believe in him? Are we talking about the Judeo-Christian God here? If that's the question and I die the way that I am now, not believing in God, no, he won't. That's pretty scripturally backed up. He will send me to the lake of fire, unequivocally. No. Let's see. We all know that what you believe does not change reality. Many reborn Christians claim that God has revealed himself to them. They are certain he exists. They have no hatred towards you and try to follow Jesus and do good. Why would they lie to you if they only want the best for you? I don't think that Christians are necessarily lying when they evangelize. I think that they really believe it. I think that they lack the ability to critically think about the things that they believe, and that's where they go wrong. But I don't see them as liars. What motivation would they have for lying, and why shouldn't you trust them? Well, I don't think that they are lying, but why shouldn't I trust them? Because I'm a skeptical person, because I don't take things at face value, because I ask questions. I don't just accept things that are told to me. That's why I don't trust. That's why I don't trust what a theist tells me is true without looking into it myself. Because I know that theology, especially Christian theology, that I have the most experience with, doesn't hold water. When you put it up underneath even the most mild scrutiny, it just doesn't hold water. That's why I don't trust them. According to born-again Christians, Jesus revealed himself to them. Although reality is not altered by what one believes, wouldn't it be reasonable to say that if someone believes in something hard enough that they could trick their minds into thinking Jesus spoke to them, like a kind of self-hypnosis? Yeah. No, I think that actually, that's I think that happens quite often. The human mind is incredibly powerful and is capable of just really altering a person's reality. So I don't doubt that there are Christians on this earth that have actually believe that Jesus has appeared to them and spoken to them. If you had the power to convert one religious nutter on YouTube, who would it be? I would love to see Venom Fang X make a My Faith Has Fallen Apart video. That would be amazing. And what type of dog do you have? I've noticed him randomly wandering around in the background in a lot of your vids. My dog is a she. She's a miniature schnauzer. Her name is Boogie for short. Boognish is her full name. She's named after a demon god made up by Gene and Dean Ween of the band Ween. And if you've never listened to Ween, if you're a person that likes offbeat, fucking weird shit, you need to listen to Ween. Ween is one of my favorite bands of all time. And Boognish is this demon god that they made up that they claim inspires their music. And so I named my dog Boognish. We call her Boogie. She only gets called Boognish when she's in trouble. So there you go. What's the most significant event over the last 1,000 years in terms of the betterment of mankind? The harnessing of electricity. I can't think of anything else in the last 1,000 years that has improved mankind's situation more than that. What's your social security number? I kid. 276-593932. What do you think about the recent censorship issues surrounding G2s or GIIs, pro-atheist videos? I actually don't know about it. Censorship in general on YouTube I think sucks, although I do think that people probably should try and go ahead and abide by the rules of, not using, not uploading movies and not uploading songs and shit. I know I've done it, but people that get banned because they do shit like that over and over again and then whine about it, YouTube has to protect their asses some way. But when it comes to just speech, like if this person was just speaking about atheism, then it's bullshit. Why did Jesus have human attributes, growth, birth, hunger, learning? How could he be the reincarnation of an omniscient God and still learn? How could he be the reincarnation of an omnipotent God and still hunger? Why did Jesus have human attributes and godlike attributes? I think the Christian theological explanation for this is that Jesus was God made flesh. In fact, God had to send a representation of himself back as a mortal because ultimately he was going to die for us, right, and absolve us all of our sins. Well, an omnipotent God couldn't die on the cross either. So Jesus had to be mortal. I think that that's the way that a Christian would explain it to you, but I think you might be answering the wrong guy. You want my personal explanation as to why all this contradiction exists? Because it's a made-up fucking story.